Hello,
Hi.
Rachel.
Yes, it's me.
Hey, how are you?
Very well. Okay, so we have a few minutes. Are you ready?
I'm ready to rock.
Okay, awesome. I want to rock. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to calm down, but I'm going to be honest with you since there's no one monitoring. I'm mega stoned right now, so
Oh,
anyway.
good. I like that. It's Friday. Let's do it.
Okay, great. Excellent. So, can you first just start out and give us just a quick synopsis or just rundown of the film apart from like, IMDb wording or anything?
Yeah. Well, to me, the film is about this 80s hair band. Maybe I should say 90s. I'm trying to figure out how old people are. Let's say this 90s hair band that is I'm their manager, and we're trying to make a comeback. And I tell and the band thinks they're on the way to Coachella for a comeback concert. And on the way there, they find out that they're actually going to something called Nochella. It's like Coachella, only much hipper. I give them that information, and we stop in the desert there to stop off to get some party favors, something to give us some inspiration
Oh, hell
to
yeah.
write a new song, some peyote, and to spend the night and get inspired, and in doing so, the Native American that sells the stuff to the band says, whatever you do, don't harm anything in nature. I mean anything. And Sean Astin's character is a fool, and he disregards this information and ends up urinating on some ants, and the ants seek revenge and grow huge and mean, and then it's on, and they try to, well, they're vicious, and they're killers, and they're giants. They eventually become giant, and it's about us trying to make it to this concert. It's actually a comedy, but there's a sci-fi element because we are fighting giant ants, and so it's a lot of fun. It's actually a fun movie. It has elements of Spinal Tap and elements of The Thing and The Blob. Let's say it's reminds me of the movies I used to go to at the Ottumwa, Iowa drive-in, but yet also it has some pretty good comedy in it too. So it's a couple things, and so. I don't always say this about things I'm in. I actually liked it.
Oh my gosh, that's great. And the funny thing is, I was just about to ask you. I was like, "What's it like?" I think so far, I'm like, I see Spinal Tap kind of meets like Tremors and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. So I'm so glad.
Oh, that's good. Those are better analogies.
That's
I'm going to
so
use that from now
good.
on. I'm stealing that. I'm
Excellent.
stealing that.
So since you love the film, I can't wait. Like I love stuff like this. So what? After seeing the trailer the first time, can you give me a reaction? Like, were you laughing all through it? Were you really pleased with the way, like, the cinematography looks great, especially for an indie film? Tell us what.
Yeah. Well, when you film a movie like this, you know how the energy with the other actors, but you're up against a green screen a lot, so you don't know how that's going to look, and then you wait a year for them to create all that magic with ants, and then when I finally sat down I wouldn't go to a screening. I said, I need to watch this in the privacy of my home because it's too embarrassing. Because you go to a screening and it doesn't work. You're sitting there with people and you've got to, cheer everybody up. And so, but I watched it. I was like, I went upstairs to my wife. I go, hey, this movie's pretty good. I was like, I think anytime I'm in something, it's harder for me to enjoy it. But it was I really liked it. I'm always apprehensive. I'm always and it's a different genre that I'm used to, and it opens in a completely different way that was not in the script, and I think it has to do with this genre where they show you the ants in the opening, and there's a young lady running down the highway, and she gets her top ripped off by the ants, and I was like, oh my gosh, was this in the script? But that's why they give you a little cold open to show you what the movie's sort of about, and then it goes back to the beginning of the movie, and I think that's that genre of movie, and it was fun to be a part of that, and I enjoyed it, and the director Ron Carlson really made everything work, and the special effects worked, and and the ants were funny, and the other actors did a great job, and it works, and the comedy works, and it's a rare thing.
Okay, so speaking of like the comedy and the green screen, is there anything you actually do? I mean, like your fucking entire career, like you're hilarious. How do
Oh,
you get into that like mindset, or like do you have a special ritual or anything you do before you get ready to like get in there in front of that green screen and still like make us laugh our asses off?
well, I have done a bunch of greasy. I'm trying to. Well, first of all, my character is crabby, so that helps me a lot because we were filming a lot in an RV on the way to this guy, and with all these guys and gals in there. So it was easy for me to be crabby because they were all in a good mood. They were all so excited to be filming this movie, and I'm a little older, and I was crabby. But my character was crabby, so it kind of works out. And so I got to ad-lib a bunch of really mean stuff that stayed in the movie. And plus I played their manager, so I'm a little older guy. Everything worked out. And we were filming out in the desert for real, and long days, and I was crabby, but it all worked out. And as the director is explaining, okay, an ant's going to come in here through this window and bite your hand off, and I'm like, what? Yeah, he's going to bite your hand off. Then I need you to turn around, and you just, at this point in my career, I just buy into it. Okay, how does just you trust the director so much in something like this because he's looking, he needs to see what he needs to see because he's watching two things at once and one isn't even there. So whatever he says to do, I get my movements right, and then I worry about the acting after that. And once I get my movements right, where my hand is held up the right way with the right glove on it, and but then it's fun, then you realize, my hand has just been bitten off. How would I react to that in a funny way? I wouldn't notice it at first, and I'd be talking with my hand, but it's gone. Oh crap, So, yeah, it's plus the great thing about bands like this and a manager like this, no matter what happens, you just keep going. You dust yourself off, you pick yourself up, and keep going, and that's sort of how these bands are, and that's how you sort of act when you're being attacked by giant ants. You just, if it bites your arm out, you just keep going. You still got the one arm. You just, hey, if your album doesn't work and you don't have any fans and you got to make a comeback, you got to make a comeback. And so it's that kind of attitude of that works well when in the music business and in the ant being killed by ant business.
The show must go on.
Yeah, the show must go on. That's really what it is.
So, like, your character sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Did you bring any inspiration or emulate any other like characters or films or comedians when you were bringing him to life?
Well, my friend Shep Gordon is a great longtime band manager that I participated in a documentary about him called Supermensch, The Legend of Shep Gordon, that Mike Myers, our friend, directed, and a bunch of us, Michael Douglas, and a bunch of us participated in talking about our longtime friend Shep Gordon. And I tried to bring a little bit of Shep Gordon to that. If you watch the documentary, you look at his long career and all the madness and the ups and downs, and my guy isn't as evolved as Shep Gordon. I have to say, Shep Gordon turned out very evolved, but the music business is, I think there's one point where people are surprised that I have a gun, and I'm very matter of fact that I'm in the music business. Of course I have a gun. It's not, the music business is a rough business, and so, it's you sort of have, if you're in the music business, you're used to weird things happening. And especially my buddy Shep Gordon has been Alice Cooper's manager since the 60s. So they've had weird things happen on stage with the guillotine, with weird stuff, with
yeah,
Alice Strike, weird stuff. So, and it never, a chicken got thrown on stage and the fans tore it up. I mean, they never let anything bother them. They made the best out of everything. So that was sort of my attitude, that Shep Gordon, let's make the best out of this. Oh, your hand was bitten off by a giant ant. Okay, let's just keep going. We'll make it to the show. And so it's an homage to Shep Gordon.
Perfect. Now, it's screening at Screamfest coming up really quickly here. Can you tell us if you will be attending?
I will be. I will be.
Excellent. And what day, times? Give us a little bit of the schedule where we can expect to catch you and come on out.
I think it opens the festival on Tuesday at 7 o'clock at the Mann's Theater in Hollywood.
Excellent. And are you
Yep.
going to be answering any questions or anything while you're there?
Yes, I will, and I'll do whatever I can to support this movie that doesn't require travel. No, I'll do whatever I can because I'm filming another movie too right now, so I'll do whatever I can. And I love these guys, and I know they're taking it around the country, and I'm so excited. And hopefully people will see it, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So thank you very much for even talking to me. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
You know what? We only live once. Life is short. Fucking enjoy your day. I have a 4-year-old son that turned 4.5 today, and he was crabby this morning.
You fucking enjoy it, you little shit.
I said, yeah, today the sun is out, son. Enjoy it. I dropped him off at preschool just now. Enjoy today because this is what we got. So thank you so much for talking to me.
You are very welcome, and we can't wait to promote the crap out of this film. You have an excellent day.
Thank you. You too now. Bye.
Bye.